Doesn't look like there are any guards on patrol. Still, the mansion gives off a strange sort of morbid feeling. It's as quiet as death. Major gazes up at the tower and cautious. We can enter the west wing from here. There's no need to look elsewhere. Okay, let's go, Kid says, jumping over the terrace handrail. Halt! Halt! Shouts Major from behind, staring at Kid. Our goal is the frozen flame, not vengeance on Lord Lynx. Remember this, Kid. Why, no problem, she says, glancing over her shoulder. Ain't gonna be nothing to it, like taking candy from a baby. We'll be out of here before that slime rat knows what hit him. Yeah, you low-down good-for-nothing bastard, I'll make you pay. There she goes again. Come on, I'm getting tired of waiting around, she yells, before bolting into the mansion. Major shakes his head in silence as I chase after Kid. Already deep inside, the darkness engulfs me. Passages extend to the left and right. Wherever we turn, darkness awaits. Let's try the right passage. Slower inside a giant snake, the passageway twists and turns, stretching deeper and deeper into the mansion. We now stand in almost complete utter darkness, just a trace of moonlight manages to illuminate the path. I stop for a moment and realize it's not completely silent. I feel as though we're being watched silently by every single being in this tribal house. Taking a deep breath, I move on. Random encounter. No. And I set my foot down slowly. With the stealth of a cat, yet so valiantly composed. Kid follows behind in stride, drifting in and out of the shadows. The macabre figure of Major looks out from behind. The weaver of fate has surely by now taken notice of us, cradling us carefully in her arms. And I'm sorry if I'm not too loud, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, anyway. We make our way down into the dim passageway. After a few moments, we come to an old dusty door on the right. Kid quietly presses her ear against the door. Quiet as a church mouse. No one's that, mate. What should I do? Open the door, keep going down the hallway, head back towards the terrace. Should probably figure this out. What's with all this junk? Must be a storm or something. It seems like this is the end mechanics of the clock tower. However, the gears look old and rusted, and clocks are spinning randomly without connecting up with the proper teeth. I doubt the clocks are still in any use today. The room seems to be currently used as a storage area. A large object catches my attention off in the far corner of the room. Too dark to see what it is, though. Do not touch anything out of the ordinary, he just says abruptly, sending a sudden shock down my spine. However, just as he says this, I see Kid emerge from the shadows, dragging a large object out into the middle of the room. It's a large antique sword of some kind. Also, yes, I predicted this. Yes. You've got no use for that old thing, Kid. All it'll do is slow us down. Besides, we probably wouldn't even get much money for it. I reckon it's worth a lot to the right buyer. Like an antique collector, somebody. Sulking, Kid quietly lays the sword down. What do you want? What do you want? I looked around, startled. That was definitely not any of our moves. Kid and Major immediately took a potato position, focusing their attention towards the source of the voice. Who's there? The figure suddenly appears out of the darkness. It appears to be a short, old woman with a large hood over her head. Although fully covered, it's quite obvious that she's old. Well, yeah, it's obvious considering they stated it right here. If you can't see my cursor, well, yeah. You get the idea. It's stated twice. Well, it's just some old hag, the kid says. He's just sharp gazing on the woman remains unchanged, however. What an energetic young lady. You don't come here this late in the evening just to shop with some old friends, I imagine. I glance at the kid. Perhaps you have some score to settle with Master Lynx. My heart jumps. This is definitely not good. Will she warn the rest of us about this? Honesty is a virtue. Kid's eyes narrow. If we did have a score to settle with that bastard, what's it to you? Just as I expected. The old woman cackles in amusement. Children, they're always so interesting like that. So natural, yet so predictable. What are you talking about, old lady? Oh, it's already been 4 or 5 years, I would gather. According to what I was told, one night a young thief came to the manor looking for trouble. The thief was a little girl, about 10 years old. Surprised, I glance at Kid. There's a trace of an ice-like radiance in her eyes. Staring at her feels makes me feel like it's suddenly dropped. We're all freezing in here. Unfazed, the woman continues her story. The girl was an orphan. She set out to face Master Lynx all alone, hoping to avenge the girl who had cared for her like a big sister. But after all, she was alone. Outnumbered and overpowered, she was eventually defeated and captured by Master Lynx's henchmen. As an ally, Master Lynx can be quite an asset. However, as an enemy, he can be one of the most fearsome men alive. If not for a friend who sneaked in and secretly rescued her, she surely would have perished. From what I've heard, this mysterious figure who could allegedly slip in and out of the shadows was the subject of many whispers throughout the manor, long after this incident had come to pass. Not moving a muscle, I tried to look for Major. He's nowhere to be seen. I can only guess he's sporting one of those trademark expressionless faces somewhere off in the darkness. The inhabitants of Viper don't condemn the unfortunate because no one can win all the time. However, the gods from time to time, the goddess of fate has been known to cast down those who have too much good luck, throwing the gods of time out of order. It is not wise to try and stand against fate, continuing to repeat one's mistakes time and time again. The old woman continues, staring at Kid, smiling sweetly. If you want to steal the jewel, and if you really want to beat him, you must give up your most valued possession, Kid. As long as you clean it, the hands of your clock will never budge. They'll stay frozen, trapped in the distant past. Who the bloody hell is this old hag? Me? Oh, just an old lady. Pay no mind. Thank you for listening to this old maid for such a long time. I certainly hope I haven't delayed you at all. But before you leave, which one of you? With that, the old woman looks in my direction. Ah, yes, you look like you've got quite a bit of escape. Great there. Won't you let me have a look at it? What should I do? What should I do? I don't know whether to be petrified or comforted by all this. Okay. The old woman clasps my hand. Bowing her head, she mumbles a few words in a low tone. Suddenly, a gentle pale blue light surrounds my body, filling me with a strange warmth. Wow, look at that. My wounds are being healed before my eyes. It feels as though there's some sort of soft music being played all around me, putting me into a strange serenity. When I come around, the woman's gone. Hello? Hello? Righty? Says Kid, relentlessly looking around. However, there's no trace of her. All signs of her presence are gone. Wonder what was up with that old hag. Looking around, I can't help but wonder what she was talking about. Talked about prized possession and everything. Well, I'm gonna stop recording here.